Hello, friends. Hello, hello. My name is Janessa, and I am the head of community here at Sell with Amy. And again, it's Thursday, 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I'm here to be able to chat with you live about, let me move this a little bit, about Amy. So I want to be able to share with you how to get your questions answered. Now, we previously used to go live in our community, and we changed that because we realized that as people were getting information of value, they were not able to share that with their teams or anybody who was not in that private community. So we moved those into this location. So you're either watching this in two ways. One is you're watching it on our Facebook business page. Okay, so that's facebook.com/sell with Amy. So you're either watching it there or you're watching it on our YouTube channel, which is also youtube.com/sell with Amy. And either way, we monitor the comments, we monitor what people are saying when they're responding to this video, and we want to be able to answer your questions. Now, of course, if you've been using Amy for a while, you've heard me say if you have any questions in regards to your account specifically, if there's something that you feel like isn't working properly or maybe isn't working the way that you've seen it demonstrated on one of these live trainings, or something's just different and you just don't, you want to connect with someone at Amy, the best way to do that is actually to go to our support team. So we have a team of real live people. They're not like bots or anything. They're real life people and they're incredible. They are, you can find out how to access them by going to the account tab. So lower right hand corner here, let me make sure I'm pointing the right spot. Lower right hand corner, it is teal, it says account tab. And then if you go to Resource Hub, you can actually see we have right here, scroll down, right here. So support@amy.co. You can email from here or you can just email like using your regular email, however you utilize email in your phone or on your computer. You can always email our individuals or our support team. Again, they are real live people. You can always get questions there. We also have some additional things here. Of course, you can see this might be a little different. So for example, I have some pineapple crown training. That is a demo account, and this is set up a little bit differently, likely than yours. But that's an example of sometimes what's shown here isn't exactly what's on your computer. I wanted to share that mainly because sometimes we get, questions that are relevant specifically to you and to your connection. Trish says, so what happens when they don't answer? I've been dealing with one issue for months, can't seem to get any answers. I appreciate hearing that, Trish, and I'll connect with them and see what's going on with that particular issue. Again, it is real life people, and it's entirely possible that it's being worked on. Some of the issues that are happening here in the app could be something that needs to be fixed, and sometimes that's not something we can get to immediately, right? Like, let's say I'm going to use like a house example. Maybe a ceiling fan doesn't work. Okay, I'm using a house example. Maybe a ceiling fan doesn't work, and you go and you replace that ceiling fan, but the ceiling fan still doesn't work because it's not actually a ceiling fan issue, it's actually an electrical issue. And that electrical issue is a much bigger problem and much bigger task to tackle or handle. And so that much bigger problem needs to be prioritized if we're talking like real life in terms of budget and time and whatnot. And so the same thing happens with app development or with development at all, with any engineering tasks. Sometimes, yep, Trish, please reach out again and see what happens. Hi, Becky. So yes, we have teams and we all work together, and that's the goal, is for us all to work together. Now, I am here. My role is to coach and guide and support you in terms of the use of the app, and that's why we do these live trainings. So that way, if you're not sure how to implement, for example, the collections feature, we can come here and we can chat about the collections feature, and I can show you and suggest ways that you might utilize it within your business. However, hey, this isn't working, isn't because that works with the support team and the engineering team. I just want to make sure that there's a good understanding there. But I am here to coach and guide you on using the app for your business. So that said, my main goal today is to feel free to ask questions on how to implement Amy in your business. Maybe you downloaded Amy today. Maybe you downloaded Amy 2 years ago, but this is the first time you've heard the word collections mentioned and you're curious as to what the collections feature is. I would love to be able to answer those questions, whether it be live or if you're here for what we like to call our replay, which is the hashtag after party. Please feel free to drop your questions in the comments, again, whether it be on this public Facebook page or if it's over on our YouTube account. We'd like to answer questions there as well. So I am very happy to answer any questions on, or what I would love to hear, because it's my favorite thing and it feeds our soul, my soul, our soul, the team's soul. How have you used, or what has Amy done for your business and how has it benefited you, right? If you've started using Amy and you've seen some positive change, I'd love to hear about that for sure. I'd like to hear, my favorite is hearing that people have quit their jobs and moved their side gig into their main gig, earning incentive trips, being able to achieve a new promotion, being able to hit your best month ever, your BME, right? I love that. Ida said, mine. Ida is the one that I'll never forget when she quit her job. Has it been a year now? Hi, Carlin. I'm also in California. So hello from our sunny but frigid weather. Mary, it's new to you. It's all new to you. Excellent. Happy to have you here and welcome. I'm going to give you my best beginner tip for using Amy and adopting Amy into your business. It's been a year for Ida. That's awesome. She quit her job over a year ago. And now her side gig is her main gig and she's still killing it. Love it. We've had friends who have sent stats that they have increased their sales multiple like 1,000% or something crazy, or other friends that increased their orders. So Jenny's saying 9 days in and it got 275 pounds, I believe, I'm sorry, in orders just from following up with Amy with customers you've not yet spoken to, or you've not spoken to in 2 years. So that's an example. And Ida just promoted 1,004% increase in sales for Ida. So hearing these statistics to my friend Mary, who's just beginning, if you start to use this app, and the best beginner tip that I started to tease and then got all distracted by all the exciting success stories. The best beginner tip is spend 5 to 10 minutes a day in the app. No more, because what'll happen is if you spend more time than that, you end up in this deep hole. The app has been developed over the course of 6 years. I've been with Sell with Amy for 5 years now. As a company, the company's been around for 6 years. And so there's a lot built into this, and it's easy to dive into a hole and then sort of go, I don't know where to go from here. So I encourage you to spend 5 to 10 minutes a day, every day in the app, connecting with your customers, making sure that you're reaching out to them about their orders. If you need to log orders because your company is not partnered, then make sure that you're logging orders. If your company is partnered, just follow up on the orders and tackle the to-dos as they're handed to you here. As you can see, Jenny shared she's only 9 days in and she's already gotten 275 pounds worth of orders. She's gotten $275 in sales, right? I hate saying dollars. Anyway, just 9 days in because she reached out to someone she hadn't connected to in 2 years. So sometimes we get afraid to reach out to somebody, but guess what? Maybe they've used all the products. Maybe they've been waiting for you to connect with them. The other analogy that I often use is when we're hesitant to reach out to someone, I want you to think it might be something on their to-do list. So for example, the dentist. We know we need to go to the dentist every 6 months. And typically, if you're like me, I book it as soon as I leave, because if I don't, what happens is now that's an item on the to-do list. If you've run out of a product and your consultant hasn't connected with you, but you've been meaning to reach out to the consultant, but you can't find their information, so forth and so on, you reaching out to them can be something off of their to-do list. If they've been without, I don't know, I'm going to say face wash because that's the only thing that's coming to my mind right now. If they've been without face wash for 2 years in Jenny's case, right? They're going to be really excited to be able to hear from you because you've taken something off of their to-do list, okay? And so that said, Mary, my friend, and anybody else who is just getting started with the app, 5 to 10 minutes a day in the app, tackle the to-dos here. Don't let them sit. Okay. And I say that only because if you let them sit, then it will become more and more scary to connect and you're not going to get as relevant to-dos here for you and for your business. So we want to make sure that we're keeping on task, quite literally, tackling these daily to-dos or daily tasks, and reaching out to those customers, even if it's build relationships with new business connections or supporting your team. For our friends who are new, these are team members listed as level ones within the app, okay? I can share some documentation if you want. Becky says, I mean, I can go on and on about how Amy has been beneficial for you and your business. We're never going to say stop. So Becky has found a lot of value and she's been using Amy for quite some time. 2 to 3 years is my thought. So keep with it. Daily tasks. And again, if you're watching this on our after party, then please let us know how Amy's benefited you. And if you're new or if you have questions, please drop those questions in the comments as well. I do want to wrap this because I want to keep these relatively short, but I appreciate you jumping in and whenever you're watching this, whether it be live or the replay, thank you for spending some time getting to know Amy specifically through these live trainings. So thanks so much for joining me, and I'll see you next week. Bye, friends.